I have the key. You need a little strength in your arms to open the door. Uncle Fred,
yes.
I can see me a question each.
Maybe they are admonition. Ama, Sakrebi, if you say, you two amnani, amnani to me, no back who you do see, the back in the fashion hall. Would you nipa a shower, or the flower cotton so? But would you see the now, with the flower in free? Which means say, if you say, no, the old man on Albania. From a year ago, I'm a no, so I can't history show. Which we said, or go through the rudiments. Gold, that's right. I say, now be what would he hit a cannon and send what in. So it's a refined artist or hard. He said, you know, one of the program in India, more page, go streaming music, and then listen to the music, how it is done. You can also get there. Thank you.
Thank you. Chairman.
Yeah. So, you know, meet your uncle, Rocky, narration is not the Mayan. Uncle, from where you sit,
yes,
and how you see Ghana music,
yes,
currently, our music form and what we are practicing in Ghana,
yes,
Afro beats, all this stuff of names we keep giving our songs and what have you. Do you think that there's a potential that where we've taken our music to now,
yes,
has a potential to hit that margins that you hit?
Oh, of course. I'm a product of it. You see, so the thing is that when I started early, you know, reggae, you know, everybody, so you're an African reggae musician. When you're an African reggae music, it's a very musician, it's a very weird thing because you go other countries, say like, oh, you're African. You know, reggae music comes from here.
Yeah.
You know, so your idea, all of a sudden, it makes you know that your identity is the most important thing. So if you don't have a style that is reflecting your identity, then who are you? So that's why I think that high life music, which for me was my first love before reggae music, was what I fused with my reggae music to create the Afro root sound that eventually got me nominated. So there are a lot of artists here to doing stuff. You know, I want to do Afrobeats, but we have high life music. We have this foundational music that already has a lot of people who love it. So build upon that, and then also we need to elevate high life music. When people travel to Ghana, most people are coming here to listen to high life music, but they'll come, you turn on the radio, you can't hear it. All you hear is this new variant. You know, some of it is just, you can't differentiate which country is coming. It's just one sound, you know. And not to say that Afrobeats, there's anything wrong with Afrobeat, but Afrobeat is a pop sound of the traditional African style. Afrobeat came from Azonto. We invented Azonto, you know. We invented Azonto, added a few, and then Premier Gawu and all of those things came. You know, when you listen to Premier Gawu and every, Magic System song. Literally, the whole of Afrobeats used that same formula. But it was mixture of Azonto and that. And then the rim shot is actually Congolese. It's a Congolese style rim shot. Yeah. So we teachers say the whole Afrobeat pieces of everything. Indigenous African music normally, but it was from the producer's mind. It wasn't from the band's perspective. So the producer or see a rim shot and then go take this one, go take that. All of a sudden it become hit. Then everybody is following the same formula. So everybody know that there's a lot of those possibilities there, and those possibilities are our traditional high life music. We need to elevate that music. All the musicians doing, you can do any style you want, but make sure that you are integrating some of those traditional elements. And you are learning to go to the people who are doing, the elders who are doing it. Go and humble yourself so that they will teach you. Me, all the major high life musicians are my friends. When I come quietly, I will go and sit with them and talk to them. You know, I see Pat Thomas, I will go to sit with Pat Thomas. I see everybody asking questions, learning, growing in my knowledge.
Even you.
I'm always growing. And even the young musicians, I learn from them all the time. A lot of times they'll come to me and be like, oh, Rocky, Godfather. I'm like, hey, stop that Godfather thing. Because when we are musicians, we are equals. I don't see myself as on some pedestal.
Yeah.
We are equals and we learn from each other. So I want to learn from you as you want to learn from me. And we grow. Yeah.
Nee, I'm on you.
I want to say congratulations to him for the 4th time with the song Rise. And I'm praying the album about 2026, nomination. But Nana, all kind story, it looked very smooth to me. I just want to ask him, within that period, do you face some challenges? And how did you overcome these challenges? Did it ever make you, did you get a thinking that, Charlie, let me just stop this thing? And
the challenges started from here. The challenges started from here. First of all, even when we started on campus, that show he was talking about. So that show was our breakout show. Okay. So I was in Koforidua. I was writing music. I wanted to be a musician. Everybody would look at me. My neighbors would look at me. You know. So at that time, my older brother was accepted to Legon. And then I also qualified to come and read philosophy and psychology there, but I refused to come to school.
Why?
So school opened because I was so intent on starting my music career. At that time, I was afraid that too much education would prevent me from following my dreams.
Okay.
At that time. So my brother played a trick on me. So he came, I was in Koforidua, school had opened 2 weeks, He came, so he left Legon, he came to Koforidua and he came, it's like, you are a fan of like Rexoma and Mcbrown and all of those things. Do you know where they live? I'm just like, no, it's like, they all live in Accra. So if you come to school there, imagine that when you come to school, you'll be able to find them and see all of these people to show you Roots Anabo, all these groups that you want to learn and emulate. This is where they are. So the following day, I took my bag and everything.
You want to meet them?
I came to Legon, and then, interestingly enough, the following day, I ran into Yofi Brew. It's Mcbrow's younger brother.
Yeah.
So that's why we formed the band. So he was also part of Local Crisis. Kafui Day, we formed that band.
Our own Kafui Day.
Our own Kafui Day, yeah, Legon, yeah. So then, afterwards, when we got popular, I was like, okay, I need a producer to help me record. So that was where the first reality came, set in. Every producer I went and met here who was doing anything, everybody would listen to the music. We dear Ghana dear
because can baby say mostly no tiny Ghanaian producers in Tanya Juma.
Said me I can be a producer.
Into why you
for me, I'm a start here, but that was what made me into a producer, because all of the producers, everybody was like, "Oh, wait, yeah, we okay." So after I met all of them, there was one that actually was extremely. He was honest to me. He was like, you have a great voice. You have the good cadence and all of that. But you have to work on putting more African elements in some of the creativity that you are doing. That will help you. At that time, too, I had that idea, but the recordings that I had, and I mean, literally, I just sang on a cassette with my other friend playing drums on the back.
Wow.
And he even resigned later on. He's like, So after all of this, I realized that, first of all, I need to do this on my own. So, Legon, holidays, I traveled to the US, went to go work. The objective was to find money so that I can record my own album without going through anybody, a producer or anything. So family thinking that, oh, he's gone to Abuchiri or I come now, I go bring the Local Crisis guys into the studio. I recorded my first album. I started my own label. I went to the US. I went and learned. I interned with a record label over there. So I learned the promotion, the production, marketing of music. So when I finished my record, I put my record on my own label, Aquarian Records, and I released the record, The Movement. So immediately the movement was released, because I had learned the marketing aspect of US radio, and I had taken that time to, when I was an intern, to collect a database of all the radio stations, the key record pools.
Hey, no wonder, no wonder.
You know, because nobody would do it for me.
You are your own. If you are your own manager, as a creative person, it helps as well.
Yes.
But what
so that's how it started, and then the first album, which was The Movement, on cassette. Immediately I released it because it was it started getting airplay on college radio in the US. I came to Ghana, back in Ghana, me and my friends, Sugar, What Goes Around, all of those songs also took off here.
Wow.
You know, advertising cycle, they became very popular. So that was what started making me popular. And then I get a phone call right after Atlantic Records, a major label. One of the A&R guys, somebody had passed on my cassette from that first album. And he said, you know, we are doing a compilation album. And somebody passed your cassette. You know, we have everybody from Burning Spear, Seal Pulse, and all of that. So we are thinking of licensing one of your songs for it. I mean, you can imagine. After all of that, they told me, after I've gone through all of that, spent all my money, recorded this, spent all the money to promote it, and all of that. Then a major record label calls you and says, we want to license one song. And then it was put in a compilation. So that also launched me into the ecosystem of the US record world and all of that. So it started from just, first of all, if somebody puts a stumbling block, you find a way around it.
Yeah.
And then secondly, even add this, I mean, I'm going to add this because I'm just being open about what happened. America, I found it hard for Americans to take me serious and recognize me because at that time I was living in America. So I couldn't get a booking agency. I couldn't get festivals to book me. But by then I had radio and all of those tractions. Okay. So they would rather book somebody that is going through another agency from somewhere else. But you, where you did there, they know they respect you because you are there.
You are there.
So I was like, okay, if they are not going to book me, then what I have to do is I have to start my own space. So I started a club, Afrofunky. Afrofunky became the most successful club of African club in Los Angeles and in the US for over 10 years.
Wow.
Yes. You know, and Afrofunky became my tool. So every African artist that was traveling to the US, they come and do their press there because everybody came there. Prince came there, all the top models, everybody. It became a space. So what I do is I'll do occasional concerts. And all my concerts were sold out there. So I started building my live thing in my own club in Los Angeles without the help of everybody. And then the booking agencies started coming because they'll come and see the line around the block. And then they'll come and see an actor. Then Prince comes in, and then when I was launching Book of Changes, Stevie Wonder came in and joined me and did a concert in the club.
Ooh.
So it changed a lot of things.
One day we have a long way to craft.
No. Just a long way. I'm just telling people who think that the journey has been easy for me because somebody comes to me, oh, Charlie, you know some people at the Grammy, you know this, you know, like just off the cuff statements about not knowing the journey. And let me say, for me, I never did music for the Grammys. You can see the longevity of what I am interested in. Music that stands the test of time, music that says something, music that means something. And I've never been in it for the fame. Or else right now I've sold my soul and signed any record. The record deals came, you know, but I walked away from all of them because